Hello and welcome to the channel Talking Music, where every song has a story. My name's Paul, and on this channel we like to sort of take a look behind the music and talk about the song in question, because very often there's a lot of songs that have a story behind them. Today's song is this one from Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline. This was written in the late 1960s, became his third American hit in 1969 and his second hit in the UK in 1971. And with the advent of karaoke, when did that take off? In the 1980s, I suppose, it became an extremely popular song for amateurs and non-singers, shall we say, to try and perform. I'd say one of the 3 or 4 most popular karaoke songs ever because of its rousing chorus. And for the same reason, it became popular all over again during the months of June and July of 2021 in England, because of the Euros football tournament, with England fans belting out the chorus before and after successful England games. Neil Diamond was himself a very successful songwriter in the 1960s. He wrote songs for other artists. Most notably, I'd say, I'm a Believer, a worldwide hit for the Monkees, and still one of the world's best sellers of all time on single.
So how were those early years when you were starting out as a songwriter?
They were fun in a way, because I didn't have any responsibilities. And sometimes accidentally, the subway train that went from Brooklyn and stopped at NYU in Manhattan, gee, I would forget to get off at NYU and take it up another 4 or 5 stops to Tin Pan Alley, which is where all the songwriters were and the music publishing companies and the record companies.
Did they like your songs?
Not very well, but I was a beginner. And at least they listened. And that's really important. And after a couple of years of that, they not only listened, but they give me $50 and say, we want to buy that song.
His own solo success started in 1966 and grew slowly but steadily. And by the time Sweet Caroline came out, he had made a bit of a name for himself in music as a singer-songwriter, as a solo artist. But he must have been a bit of a marketing man as well in a previous life, because when asked by journalists, he's always had interesting stories to relate to some of his songs. And I think he must have been a bit of a manipulator too, because through the years, those stories have changed a little to sort of suit the time. Sweet Caroline is a good example of this. For years, Neil had said that the song was inspired by and written for his wife, whose name was Marcia. They married in 1969, the year the song was a US hit, but the word Marcia as a name wouldn't quite fit the song melody. Sweet Marcia doesn't quite work as well as Sweet Caroline. Caroline's the stronger name in that instant. So he needed a name of 3 syllables that would fit strongly, and he finally plumped for the name Caroline. So a song for his wife under another girl's name. Nice. It was certainly a talking point about the song at the time. His wife Marcia, though, was happy enough to be the inspiration for the song, because even she could see that Sweet Marcia didn't particularly work, even though it did carry the 3 syllables. In 2007, however, Neil performed the song at Caroline Kennedy's 50th birthday party, Caroline being, of course, the daughter of the late President John F. Kennedy. He announced that Caroline had been the inspiration behind the writing of the song all those years ago. She would have been about 10 at the time. He told American music journalists that he saw a picture of Caroline as a little girl with her pony. An innocent, wonderful picture, and he immediately felt that there was a song in there. So was Neil manipulating the time and occasion to get more talkability for the song, like a good marketing man? It would be interesting to know what Marcia thought, but they divorced in 1995, and you have to wonder whether that Caroline story would have come out had they still been married, or even the possibility that the song was innocently inspired by Caroline all the while, and had nothing to do with Marcia. Only one man knows, of course, and he's now said that the song was inspired by Marcia, but he got the song title from Caroline. Either that's the truth, or Neil Diamond is conveniently sitting on the fence. Either way, Caroline has said that she was extremely flattered to be connected to the song in some way. So how did the song fare in the two big commercial markets? Well, it fared pretty well. Remember, Neil Diamond's solo career was certainly on the rise at this time. It hit the American charts first because it was released in 1969, wasn't released for another couple of years in the UK. But August the 16th, 1969, there it was in the top 5. That was its peak, number 4. Ended up being the 22nd bestseller in the US for that year, and it spent around 4 months in the American Billboard Hot 100. In the UK, released a couple of years later. I don't know why the record companies do this. Maybe they don't want to release a song that might lose them money or a song that doesn't make them much money. But by 1971, Neil Diamond was really banging out the hits and was one of the big names in world music. So Sweet Caroline was released, and there it peaked at number 8 on the 13th of March 1971 in the UK. Through the years, it sold 600,000 records. It's one of those songs that is always, it seems to be perennially popular. In 1971, it sold just under 250,000 copies in the UK. But as the years have gone by, more and more people have bought it, and that's why it's currently on around 600,000 in the UK alone. But that song, Sweet Caroline, helped Neil become the 3rd best-selling singles artist in the UK for 1971, behind Elvis Presley and Tony Orlando and Dawn. Elsewhere around the world, it reached number 2 in Canada and number 3 in Australia. Other tidbits about the song: Neil had the melody to the song for a while and had the lyrical concept also, but after he settled on the name after possibly seeing that picture, he decided he would finish the song lyrics, and when he put his mind to it, he finished them in less than an hour. He himself has gone on record to say he was particularly pleased with the song's touching hands section, which bridged the verse, and the extremely sing-alongable chorus, which is really the foundation of the song. You just feel all the way along everything is leading to the chorus. This occurs in most songs, of course, but it's so obvious with Sweet Caroline. You just see it coming, more than just even hear it. The song has also acquired a sporting connotation. For a long time, the Boston Red Sox in baseball, before they go into bat at home, have had the song blasted over the PA address system and the crowd singing along to it. Also, it's been played at boxing fights, particularly featured at heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua fights. It's the song that he marches out to the ring to. It had also become a bit of a sporting anthem in England in darts and with rugby league, with fans revelling in the thought of that good times never seem so good. And then, during the Euros football tournament through June and July 2021, the song was played a lot at Wembley Stadium. The DJ for the stadium, Tony Parry, saw how popular the song was in other sporting arenas and played the song to the crowds before England games, and noticed, the very first time he played it, the positive crowd reaction. Again, it had a lot to do with that line, reveling in the thought that good times never seem so good, so good, so good. That's the way the fans would sing it. And it got a massively positive crowd reaction. Soon fans started singing it during the matches and after the game, even with the England football team joining in too. And pundits at home on the television, no doubt joining in also.
Hey, what a thrill it was to hear everybody singing Sweet Caroline at Wembley. Well, I hope you can do it again.
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
To hear them at the end
I mean, you can't beat a bit of Sweet Caroline, can you? That's a belter, really.
Here's to England.
It became the anthem to the England football team, and it worked pretty well too, because England went all the way to the final of that tournament, but sadly lost out on penalties in the final to Italy. And watch out for a whole new generation of babies named Caroline. I'm sure that's going to happen too. Without doubt, the song has remained popular through the decades, a transatlantic hit, a huge karaoke favourite, and a song that's become an anthem for sports fans. You'd be hard pushed to think of another song that's done all that. Neil Diamond and Sweet Caroline. And that's it for another Talking Music, where every song has a story, video. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you'd like to hear and see more, then please go to my channel, subscribe, Talking Music, where every song has a story. And we have a whole array of other videos for you to enjoy. So hopefully I'll catch you in another video next time. Till then, I wish you well. Bye-bye.